Welcome back, folks. Here we are at the National Fiscal Conservative PAC's Evening with Ann Coulter. With me is the only independent candidate in the Tennessee 5th District race for the U.S. House of Representatives, James Whitfield. James, glad to have you with us.
Great to be here, Ken. Thank you very much for having me.
Again, kind of the end of the event. What was your impression? How was it tonight?
Oh, it was great. Had a great crowd here this evening. A lot of support for this PAC that we've got going on here. I saw some great tools that NFC is rolling out. I'm really excited about some of these conservative tools that we're going to be having.
Very good. I mentioned in the intro you're the only conservative candidate, or excuse me, the only independent candidate.
Conservative too.
You're not really conservative, there's others, but you are a conservative candidate. You had the opportunity, obviously, to run as a Republican. I know you. I know what you stand for. You could have made that choice. You specifically chose independent. Why?
Well, I want to give the people back their voice. I don't want to run for a party. I want to run to represent the people of my district, the 5th District, the Democrats and the Republicans alike. When you get into the demographics of this district, it gets kind of complicated. You have a seat that's been held by a Democrat since 1875, and since the last redistricting in 2001, the turnout to vote has been consistently 60 to 70% Democrats to 30 to 40% Republicans. So as a conservative, I said, hey, you know, the only way to beat the Democrat is to get conservatives or get Democrats to vote for the Republican. The problem is that those conservatives, they're not going to vote for a Republican. They see the Republican Party and the things that the Republican Party has done that aren't lined up with the values that the Republican Party stands for. So I started talking to some of my friends who were Democrats but held conservative values, and I said, hey, what if I told you I wasn't a Republican? What if I run as an independent? Okay, let's talk. And so what we've done, we're going around to a lot of the neighborhoods around Nashville, and I'm finding that, you know, these conservatives out here, they care. They vote Democrat, but they care. It's the values. It's not about the party. It's about the values.
You would say that a huge portion of the 5th District is conservative, regardless of the R or D after their name.
Yes, sir.
And you're appealing to those voters.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic, fantastic. What would you look at as you've gone around, knocked on doors, because I know you're doing that? What are you finding? What would you say is the most pressing issue that the people are concerned about, and how are you planning on representing them on that when you get to Washington?
Okay, the big one that people are talking about is the health care. And the other things that people are seeing are consistently are state sovereignty, the size of the federal government, and taxes in the economy. And I put taxes with the economy because so many people right now are concerned with the economy, and taxes, then the raising of those taxes are consistently the result of or consistently cause a bad economy or a down economy. So when I get to Washington, the things that I will be working on will be, with regards to taxes in the economy, will be to work to lower taxes, to help lower taxes across the board for income earners, to eliminate the corporate tax, the federal corporate tax. It puts us in the top 5 of corporate taxes around the world. If we got rid of the corporate tax, then we would be the most attractive country for businesses to come to. Get rid of the death tax. There's no reason why we should be taxing people after they're dead. And so one of the fastest growing and the biggest boom in the economy in recent times was when the Kennedy tax cuts happened in '76, I believe.
A lot of people think Reagan in the 80s.
Yes,
but it's not.
yes, no, it was Kennedy. And so you have a Democrat lowering taxes, boom in the economy. You have a Republican lowering taxes with Reagan, lowering the taxes, and boom in the economy. It's not science. It's been done. Don't try and recreate it. As far as the health...
Just Republicans giving tax cuts to the fat cat rich.
No.
A Democrat did it with great results.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have such a track record. History has just been forgotten. We have such a track record with some politicians we've had in the past that we can just look back and say, was this problem handled in the past? And we've just forgotten about that. We keep trying to recreate things. As far as the health care, there's things that we can do. I believe there's things that were not put into the existing health care bill that I think should be implemented. And those things are, for the first thing is I believe that we should incorporate rollover health care savings accounts. So every American has the opportunity to have a health savings account that rolls over at the end of the year. So what that does is it helps the Americans to incentivizes them to be healthier, to take care of themselves better, go to the doctor less, and at the end of the year, that money in their health savings account rolls over to the next year.
They're not penalized.
Exactly, and it starts creating wealth over years. As that wealth starts increasing, you can increase your health insurance. Yes, and so you end up with when you pay for out of pocket for your health when you go to the doctor. But if you go to the doctor less, your insurance premiums are so much lower because you have high deductibles. It just makes sense. And of course, we've got to improve the legislation on litigation. Healthcare litigation, tort reform, yes, it's got to be addressed.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
I think those are great ideas. I think the voters of the 5th District are going to be well served with a broad choice, and high on that list is going to be James Whitfield,
yes, sir.
independent candidate for TNO5.
Yes, sir.
James,
VoteWhitfield.com.
VoteWhitfield.com.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for
Appreciate it.
having me.